Hi everyone, this is Jeannie Ellis and I'm also known as Scrapbooking Mama. And season's greetings. I'm coming together with a few friends to bring you some holiday cheer. And our hop starts today, which is November 28th on a Sunday, 2020, and it goes through Friday, December 4th. And this will give you plenty of time to watch and comment on all of our videos. The giveaways will be announced by December 10th on each individual channel, and a list of all the winners will be over at tailormadecardsforyou.com/blog. At the top in my description box, you're going to find a link to the next person in the hop. So please pay close attention as some of us will be giving away a prize on our channel. We will each have our own rules for entering. So for more information and a complete list of all the videos, head on over to Monica's blog over at tailormadecardsforyou.com and be sure to check out the description box below. So let's get started. The first thing I want to tell you is that I saw this awesome idea at one of the craft stores, and I'm not sure which one now, but anyway, I thought, I think I can make something similar to it. Not exactly maybe, but something similar to it. So I found these trees at Hobby Lobby. They were on sale for half off, a packet of 4. And then I found these blocks over at Dollar Tree, of course, for $1 for each one. So this probably, I can't remember, but this may have run about $9 for all of that. So, which is pretty good. Now these boxes have openings, that you open up through here. So they're not made for what I'm going to use them for. But hey, I'm crafting, right? So let me go ahead and start opening these up. Open this one first. And you see it's got a flower here. Now I thought about painting them. I may go ahead and use a paper. Might not be this one, but I might measure these and cover them with the paper. I'm not real sure yet. I'm going to finish taking these apart and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've decided to go ahead and paint them instead of doing paper on it. That's a possibility. I could change that later. But the first thing that I do is that I want this to be my bottom. So I'm going to take out the drawer and then I'm going to hot glue around this section. And since it's a light wood, it shouldn't hurt or shouldn't take long to dry. It should adhere real easily. And I'm not too worried about the space in here because of the fact that this is going to be the bottom anyway. And that glue, it dried really, really quick. So I'm going to get my paint and I'm going to get ready and start painting. So instead of just painting it white, I thought I'd try and see if I can get this crackle finish to work. That's made by Tim Holtz Ranger. And I've used it before and I couldn't get to work, but I think I did something wrong. So anyway, I am going to paint a coat of this color, Tahiti Blue. And because of the fact that these trees are not a typical Christmas color, so I thought I'd try that and see how it works. So we'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a foam brush. I was hoping I had a smaller one, but apparently I don't. And wet my brush a little bit. Put these out of the way so I don't get some paint on that. And I may not do the bottom, I just may do the other sides and not worry about the bottom. And yeah, this is a bright color for now, but it won't be bright all the time, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to finish painting up all those and I'll be right back. So now my next step is to go ahead and to apply the crackle finish. So I want to tell you that I did the crackle finish with that little bottle, and I don't know if I didn't use enough or what, but it didn't crackle very well for some reason. So, it's usually the fault of the person doing it. So what I did instead is I did white glue, just regular white school glue, and I got a good crackle finish. So all I did was take it, and I'm going to put my hand on the bottom, thumb on the top, fingers bottom, thumb on top, and go around first because it's just easier to hold that way. And I just put a regular coat of white paint on it, and it almost immediately starts to crackle. I need a little more paint here. I did add a little water to it, to my bowl over here, as you can see. Because it goes on so much better, so much easier if I do that. And I tell you, I didn't think the glue was going to work for me either. I'm one of those people that seems like if you're going to have an issue with crackle paint, it will happen to me. Because for some reason, I never was a good, I'm not an expert with crackle paint. Let's just say that. Not an expert. I'm going to go ahead and paint the other one, and I will be right back. Okay, so I ended up putting a second coat of white paint that was over the crackle finish, and because it was showing way too much blue for me. So right now it's kind of just showing a hint of blue. I don't know if you can tell there, but it's just a hint of blue, which is okay now. Once it dries, it looked better. So the next thing I did was that I took, and I am taking a product called, it's by Stickles, Glitter Gel Nebula. And it's perfect, I thought, for this project. And all you have to do with that, and I've already done the other three, and I've already done the four sides here, and I'm going to get ready to show you the top of it. All you do is just stick your brush in there and just brush it on. I mean, not like a real deep glue or anything like that, but it's got the glue in it, of course, to hold down the stars and the glitter that's in there. And you can, if you don't like how it is, then you can move those little stars around, spread them out a little bit more if you want to, or let them group up, whichever you want to do. And that basically is all you have to do with this. And I love this stuff. I mean, to me, it gives it a nice Christmassy look to it. So that's all I did on that. And of course, you don't have to do that. You can use any kind of glitter gel on it or paste or whatever you want to. Took my brush. I used a foam brush, as you can see. That's it. That's all I did on that. And I love it. And this can be used on cards or anything. So while those are drying, I'm going to get prepared for my next step. My next step is going to be to get some vinyl paper, and I may do something else in between that. If I do, I'll let you know. But I've got an idea for me. But my next step is going to be to get vinyl and cut out the letters Noel using my Silhouette Cameo. Silhouette Cameo. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so after I had put all this on there, I told you I was going to cut me out some letters, and I was going to go ahead and apply them. And I was going to go ahead and do the last one with you, but I didn't. I was on a roll, and I got all the letters on. But anyway, right now, this is what it looks like, and I really like it. Now, my thought is to put some gold edging with this Deco Color pen, and I'm real uncertain whether or not it'll look good, but I keep seeing it in my mind, and so I think I'm going to go for it. Any spots that I have open, that I didn't get painted on with the glitter stars, I may go ahead and add that, but I'm not sure yet. I may do something else. Anyway, so what I'm going to try it first on the bottom just to see on the back side, just to see how it looks. And I got something, oh, there it is. So let me try to pull this down because as far as it'll go. So there's my end there. I'm just going to see how it looks, and it doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as it's on there. It doesn't have to be all the way even either, but I think I like that on there. I think it gets some character. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the top of each of the letter blocks, part of the letters, just in case I run out. I've got this other one that's small, but it might not be big enough. So I'm going to hope that I've got enough in here. I've used this pen a lot. I have those done, and I may look at the back and see if I want to do that, but I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've got the letters on, I am going to go ahead and hot glue these together. And what I'm going to do is stagger them like this. So I'm going to move these letters aside, and I'm going to take this letter, the N, and I'm going to put it on the solid line, which represents the beginning of the inch. And then I'm going to go to the ½ inch. Now, I said hot glue, but I believe I'm going to use my Beacon 3-in-1. And the reason being is so I can pull it back and forth to get it to fit right. So I'm just kind of putting it in the center here. And it does dry fast, but I still will need to hold it a little bit. But this way I can manipulate it. Right on the inch line. And then on the ½ inch. It's already sticking. I was going to pull apart and go ahead and put a little hot glue on it too, but that's not going to happen. And I'm trying to get it, let's see. Nope, I can't get it. That's good glue. Okay, so I'm going to press it. Now, after I get done with this, I'll be gluing the trees on too. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get the next block. And I'm basically going to do the same thing, except instead of this one being at the ½ inch mark, it's going to be at the inch mark. So I'm going to let this dry and I shall return. I got to tell you, this glue is really, really good glue. Now, I did not add any of the gold lining on here, and I'm not sure if I will on the top. I don't think so, because I'm going to put snow on top of it, so we're just going to let that go. And I can always put it on the sides later if I want to. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to get my trees glued on, and I will hot glue these trees. And if they're bent or anything like that, it'll still be easy to bend and straight. Because sometimes these trees, you can get them and they're not straight. So this is how they will go. just like that. And I know it looks funny right now, upside, from the top down, it looks funny, but it is what it is. I may still use it. You know what? This glue works so well for this part, I think I will use it for the trees too. Okay, so, oops, knocked one over. Just a blob of glue in the middle. I want to, and you might see my head a little bit. Just compress it down. And I'm not worried too much about glue being around there because, around the edge there, because this is going to be covered, which is probably why I didn't need to put stars on there, but if there's any exposure, you're going to see the stars. Okay, so that's down. Those are down. Now I'm just taking a little bit of batting, and here's where I will use a hot glue. Okay, I am back with the finished project, and I laid it down like this so you could see it, but I'm happy with it. And now I didn't glaze on the outside, which I still could do around here. This part wouldn't matter quite as much, but I could still probably finagle that. But anyway, I'm done with it, and I'm happy with it, and I hope you are too, and that it will inspire you. Be sure to check out the description box below for all details and for the next person in the lineup, and I will see you next time. Many blessings and Merry Christmas. Bye for now.